In this video, we're just looking at the discontinuation pricing on the Panasonic GH6. So as probably a lot of you know, we talked about it in a previous video that basically the GH6 body is being discontinued and then everything now will be moving into the new GH7 camera, which obviously has been released recently or announced recently, and it's being released sort of middle of next month. I think people are going to start getting their units for it. And this has caused a bit of a kind of fire sale on the GH6 in terms of people just doing stock clearances. And in this video, it's not affiliated with any of these stores or anything. It's just purely a look at, this is the cheapest one I could kind of find. So I'm not saying this store's good. I've never bought anything from them. So it's not, I'm not saying to buy this, but essentially they're selling it on here. This is, as I say, it's the lowest one I could find, body only, no lens or anything like that. It's £1,149, and that's including VAT, so that's British pounds including VAT. And if you're a company that's looking to buy this and you can get a VAT from that, you're essentially looking at, if we do the quick VAT calculation, which we really shouldn't need to do on a calculator, but I've done it anyway, so you can see you're looking at 957.50 after that. So if we get the calculator out and we'll do a couple of bits, so what did we say on there? 957.50. So you're already looking at 1,000 for the body, and then also on this, you've got the Panasonic 128 gig CF Express card. So if you don't have a CF Express card, that's obviously a good start anyway. So let's take that off. I mean, we can't VAT deduct it because we haven't really got that in it. It's like a free thing. So let's just take that away. This little light panel as well, which I can't imagine is fantastic for 20 quid, but we'll take that away too. So then you're kind of like 806.60, which is pretty damn good for a camera that, a couple of years ago was costing the best part of 2,000. And then also the other thing to consider is, as part of the deal, let's say you've got another Lumix camera that's fairly recent, like in the last, what would it be? Probably the last 4 years now, I guess. They all pretty much, a lot of the new ones use the BLK22. So you're looking at getting one of these batteries with it, which is, about 74 quid. So let's put that in. I can't remember if that's pre or ex VAT, but if we just take that off. So then you've got another battery in the mix that you can use, which is an official Lumix battery. And another interesting thing about it is the newer cameras. So the you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on a couple of these because I haven't got them all, but the S5 Mark II, Mark IIX, the G9 Mark II and the GH7, none of them come with the charger for this. So essentially what you do now, because it's USB PD, you just plug the camera in and do it that way, or you can buy one of these official battery chargers, or you can obviously get a third-party one. But yeah, essentially these things, including VAT, are 100 quid anyway, which is a crazy amount of money for a single battery charger, but that's what it is. So if you were to take that off as well and say, you could use that across different cameras or whatever it may be, you're looking at like 650 quid for a GH6, which is pretty nuts really, because if you look at like the camera before that, let's say that is the GH5 Mark II, they're saying these are like new conditions, so you'll get a box with that, you'll get the battery sled, you're probably going to get all the packaging, all the like bags and bits and pieces with it. It's probably, they're just open box ones, but you're looking at £809 there. So even if we take this at face value of this price, £1149, it's still, it's not far off that, because you think about these, depending where you buy it from, but these are going to come with, a few months warranty, whereas you're going to get a full warranty on this. It's a brand new camera and you're getting that CF Express card and, all the other bits that kind of come with it, or have a fresh battery that you can guarantee is not being used or dropped or anything's happened to it. So, and you've got all the additional benefits that, this camera comes with over those cameras. So, you've got your flip up screen, so you don't have to worry about HDMI ports getting blocked. You've got 5.8K open gate, you've got 5.7K up to 60 frames a second, you've got internal ProRes. SSD recording, all kinds of like great additional features that kind of came with this camera. So it's for me, I mean, as somebody that's owned the camera for a couple of years, done a lot of work on it, I'm still really enjoying the picture that you get out of it, and it's I think it's a good camera to work with. But it's now PDAF is here. These have obviously all been sidelined and they're all being sold off cheap. I've seen the same for the S1H now is on like a huge discount, and a little bit of me thinks that's probably because a new one is coming out, but also because it's just being sort of relegated to the sort of offers bin now with these, just because of they're in that older generation. So it's for some people, obviously they're going to want the latest, newest camera, and they'll be willing to spend £1,500 or £2,000 for it. But if you're looking around for these, it's pushed down the obviously they're selling the stock of these out now, so it's pushed down the new stock, which obviously has pushed down the price of the used cameras as well. So it's kind of a crazy market for them at the moment. But it's worth kind of looking out there if you're looking for a new camera. There's like a lot of considerations to be had now. It's pushed down the price of the GH5 as well, which again is a great camera. There's some little omissions in there that make it a little bit difficult in some regards to work with for certain workflows, but it's still a brilliant camera, and that's been pushed down in price due to the GH7, the GH6 price reduction, and so on. It's just shifted it down in that line. So now it's like a really great price to be kind of shopping around if it's new or used for a lot of this stuff. And it's worth checking out. So let me know in the comments if you're kind of looking around at new cameras sort of off the back of the releases of the new cameras like the G9 Mark II and the GH7.